Hello, welcome to the video. Today we'll talk about how you can use the core API for your own users. So example here, I have my Discord bot warning that I can get the user, so it can return info about user. So how to do this? So if you look up, there's no actual core games API. Can't find one. So how would you, there's this one, but it's not for the actual API. But how would you find the actual one that's used to, for example, display for the games, info about users, and all that? In this video, we'll be going over how you can do all that. To start off, you want to get a network monitoring tool or some way that you can detect stuff going through your network. So I'll be using any proxy for this video. So you can do any proxy intercept, AWS intercept. There's other tools, and you still have to have any proxy installed to use this command. But once you have your tool running, you can then look at the networks being intercepted. So let's go do that. So in this video, we'll be going over two different commands we'll be doing, or two different APIs we'll be accessing. We'll be getting the shop as well as getting info on a community content piece. The shop will be the easier one. The issue with the community content piece that we're getting is that we need an auth token to access it. So I'll go over how to generate an auth token at one time. So first, you want to find the API or the API endpoint for needing. So we have to find the one for shop first. First, I'm going to filter by core here. And then what we want to do is let's clear this and go to our core launcher shortcut. So it's going to load up. And as we wait for it to load, let's open the shop. As you can see here, we get you have to find it first. You have a store API somewhere here. If you go to GitHub and you go to the core bot page on GitHub, I have the core bot it's made with lots of the API endpoints, all open source. You can go into one of these functions and you have the whole scripts open for you to use. You can look at how I have the API endpoint accessed, the URL, and everything else here. So once again, all of these are open here for you to use. You can copy paste any of these scripts or anything here that if you want to use it. It's open source and they're Apache licensed, so you can use it for your own wishes. So I have the store pages API endpoint here. What we can do here is we can look at what it returns in the API endpoint. So you can see that the link is coregames.com/store/pages. Let's copy this, and let's open Visual Studio Code, and let's create a new folder. It should be our workspace for this. Let's make this core API showcase. And I do recommend they have some JS, Node.js laws before getting into this video. Otherwise, it may be a bit hard. So we're going to create a new script, new file. Let's name this showcase.js. Let's do that const URL equals. So next, what we need to do is we need to look at the preview response and preview response. So we have the page summaries here. We have different pages as returns. So we have the page IDs. So for what we're doing this video, it's going to show us the first item in the first page of the shop. So you see it's a GET request too, so we have to send a GET request. Let's get into coding this now. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a function, get shop, and then let's do const https equals require. You can use any other tool or modules that you send HTTPS requests. For just basic requests, I'll be using the built-in HTTPS thing, but for the actual post requests, which we'll be using for the community content, if I'm pretty sure, we will be using Axios, which I'll go over how to install later. So what I'm going to do is we're going to do https.get. Let's do URL rest. Okay, and then let's do it so let data equals empty string, and then okay, I messed something up here, comma here. Okay, and then we can do rest dot on data chunk, and then we can do data plus equals chunk. So now let's do rest dot on end, and then there we can do console dot log json dot parse data, and let's go get top function here. If you come into here, new terminal, node showcase.js. As you can see, we have the whole shop here. It's not much, but it just shows us the ID of the page. We should go over how to access the page given the ID in a minute. So now, what we want to do is we want to do ID, it's the shop ID, so let ID equal JSON dot parse data. Let's do 0, this will be first entry in the table, so it will be this one, or in other words, military catalog right now. Depending what time you're watching the tutorial, it's likely to change as each shop does change out a lot. And then let's do dot page ID. And then after that, we have to send a request to get the items on that page. So there we have the API endpoint now. So we have querygames.com/pages. This should be the ID for the page which we have in our ID. So let's copy this, and then let URL new equals the old ID here, and then URL new plus equals ID, and then we can do from here. This is a get request again, so we can do https://get URL new stu res, then res dot on data chunk stu let page data equal empty string again, and then page data plus equals chunk. Once again, res dot on end, and then the this. We can do console dot log page data, and we can do determine. We can do node showcase.js. Let's see if it works. Okay, so it seems like I might have messed it up here. I think it's page ID, not page. I don't think D is capitalized here. Okay, so now node showcase.js. Okay, so it seems like what I have to do is dot page summaries, then we can do there, because it's the page summaries table first before it goes to the actual pages. So let's try this again. Node showcase.js. As you can see here, now we have this whole data. Let's actually get rid of printing this and console.log json dart parse page data. So once again, node showcase.js. We have enter catalog, bundles, and then we can do, let's do 0 and then dot. Actually, if we don't need dot, do we? We can do node showcase.js. We have our bundle here, looks like, and then we can just cut this. Oh, it has data now. I'm not going to show what you can do with data. So you can see we have the image here, the actual item, all the important information we need, and whatever you're using this for, it should be easy enough to modify to send us Discord message, whatever you need. So that's that.